Let's talk fielding. First and foremost, they brought a ton of new animations to the game when it comes to fielding, throwing, and urgency animations, as they do each and every single year. Now, some of these animations can be game breaking, such as the super dives that we had last year. In terms of the fielding attribute, on the other hand, it's gonna do what it's always done, which is basically dictate the non-throwing errors. But it's going to be rebalanced, so it's going to have even more of a focus than it did before when it comes to the differences between tiers of players. When it comes to bronze, silver, gold, and diamond fielding, it's going to dictate your starts and your jumps. So outfielders are going to be impacted, I believe, the most when it comes to this, especially if you play in fields that have a lot of green area out there. Now, when it comes to the throw accuracy meter, what you guys are seeing right here is probably one of the biggest changes that they've made to add a little bit of skill gap when it comes to fielding. So the arm accuracy attribute is going to still dictate the sweet spot skill that you guys are seeing right here. But what's changing is, depending on the difficulty of the play, the sweet spot scale will now alter. So if it's a little bit more of a difficult play, it's not going to be in the middle anymore. It's going to move a little bit to the right. If it's an extremely difficult play, it might be all the way to the right. And not only might it be all the way to the right, it could also be a lot smaller, the margin to actually make a good throw. So that's going to add a little bit of skill gap when it comes to fielding, and it's going to make it a whole lot more difficult. The final thing we need to talk about when it comes to fielding is forced throws to first. So what is forced throws? Whenever you get it into the yellow of the sweet spot scale, the ball is going to get to first base, as it's always gotten, but this time it's going to be a forced throw in the dirt. And the pick is going to be dictated by the fielding your first baseman has. So now fielding is actually going to be important for first basemen. Quirks have been revamped as well. We are getting 4 new quirks: Pickoff Artist, Table Setter, Break Outlier, and Bad Ball Hitter. Pickoff Artist increases your success of picking off a base runner. Table Setter means you perform better whenever there are no runners on base. Break Outlier causes you to lose less break on your pitches as your pitcher loses stamina. And then last but not least, Bad Ball Hitter increases your success rate when pitches are outside of the strike zone. Hey, don't forget to hit that like button, the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and if you want to support me, become a member of the channel. Follow me on Twitch. I stream every single day at 10 p.m. Eastern, and my social media links where I give you guys updates. Where can you find all of that? It's inside the description box of the video. Thank you very much, and let's continue. Another crazy change being made is the clutch attribute. Now the clutch attribute is actually important. Before, it didn't really matter. Now it does. Why? Because clutch now replaces a pitcher's hit per 9. What does hit per 9 do? It dictates the size of the PCI for your opponent. And now when there are runners on base, instead of using the pitcher's hit per 9, it is going to calculate the pitcher's clutch into determining the size of your opponent's PCI. And the same thing goes for hitters. Now when there are runners on base, the clutch is what determines the contact your hitter has. So before, the contact decided the PCI size when runners are on base. Now the clutch is either going to enlarge or decrease the size of your PCI, dependent on how much clutch your hitter has whenever there are runners on base, of course, which is an enormous change, especially in the competitive playing field. They did a great job when it comes to on-screen displays, cleaning it up and only showing us the things that mattered, which is the attributes that matter as well as the quirks that matter inside the game. But that's not all. They actually also went ahead and added StatCast into MLB The Show 23. So for those of you guys that are very analytical and love seeing things like this is going to be a huge plus for you all as well. Now, when talking about swing analysis, not much really changed. It's just the way that they explain it is a little bit better now. You're going to see that the interface is going to be explained a whole lot better, with swing timing now having the priority in terms of the interface feedback, and then it's going to be the PCI placement, and then last but not least, at the bottom is going to be your contact grade. So they basically said that instead of PCI placement being the top priority when it comes to dictating how well you'll hit the ball, is going to be swing timing and then PCI placement now, and then it's going to be your contact grade. So whether you got good contact, okay contact, perfect contact, whatever the case may be. Plate vision has changed for the better in MLB The Show. You're gonna be seeing a lot less foul balls, and it's because of this. They are reducing the plate vision overall by 50% from MLB The Show 22. So now, if you completely miss a ball, it is going to be a lot more difficult for you to still be able to foul it off, especially if you are mistiming it as well, since swing timing, as I said previously, is now going to be the #1 priority in how well you hit the baseball, which means as well that hitting on All-Star difficulty just got a whole lot harder. Hitting on Hall of Fame difficulty just got a whole lot harder. And if you couldn't hit on Legend difficulty before, I can't imagine you going ahead and trying to hit on Legend difficulty now. But that's not all. Changes that have happened in real life are happening in MLB The Show as well. So now you have shifts still available inside real life and inside MLB, but you can no longer have an infielder on the grass. So just like you can't have it in real life, you can't have it in MLB. All infielders must be touching the dirt, but you are still allowed to shift, which is an enormous W as well. I've said it. They bring in a new game mode, it's unfinished, but the second year is usually when they finish it, and co-op is exactly that. As we are finally getting rewards for co-op with ranked co-op, now you're going to be able to go ahead, and I assume it's going to be individual rating instead of a team rating, since you might play with different people, and you're going to try to get your individual rating in co-op ranked all the way to World Series to go ahead and receive rewards that way as well. That is going to be game changing when it comes to MLB The Show 23, because now playing with friends is finally going to be fun, and it's also going to be rewarding. That's not the only change though. Universal DH is now implemented into MLB The Show. So Frank Thomas, before or now, we can't use him because his fielding is not great. So any throw in the dirt, he's most likely not scooping. Now he can be our DH. Two-way players like Shohei Ohtani now are usable in Diamond Dynasty, and they can play in the outfield or DH, let's say, for example. But that just leaves me wondering, are ball players gonna be available in Diamond Dynasty? And if they are going to be available, could you make them into two-way players as well? Because if you can, then we're gonna be in a whole lot of trouble. Now, if you did end up enjoying today's content, make sure you hit that like button, red subscribe button, notification bell, turn them on so you never miss another upload. And also check out the social media links for my Twitch, which I stream each and every single day at 10 p.m. Eastern, and my other social media links where I update you guys on everything MLB The Show and my life included. And if you want to support me, become a member of the channel as well. It's all inside the description. Have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.